Everyone, glad you liked it. Wow, all that London stuff, and we all look like we're still in our same location wearing pajamas. Hey everyone, it's Joe and Amelie, and we are doing another Streamin Demons with Barry. This time is episode 6. We're almost done with season 1. That's right. We got listen with your and react with your all this and more on this episode. Hit it. Bam, bam, bam. Dancing robots. All right, good enough. I think I need new music. I think, but hey, everyone, like and subscribe now because we are going to test your patience and test your IQ. And if you get this one right, you'll be better than Einstein. You ready? 2 plus 2 is
Yeah.
what? Doesn't matter because Einstein's dead. No matter what you
4.
said, you're better than Einstein. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
that I'm changed that I'm still alive.
You're
Yeah.
smarter than everyone else because they dead. They're so dumb they died. That's how dumb
Oh,
they are.
the other day I had that question in my head. Does he has any descendant? And the answer is yes. Thomas Einstein. He's German.
Oh,
Now
so
you know.
is Einstein.
Now you
Einstein.
know.
You know what he made? Bagels. He makes Einstein bagels. Yeah. And then he
Ooh.
wrestles as the Einsteiner brothers. They were like very smart wrestlers, but they didn't do too well because the Steiner brothers just kicked the shit out of them. See, that's a deep cut wrestling joke. I know, right? All right. If you're not really into the Big Papa Pump, please press subscribe and like right now. So this is getting close. This is episode 6. There's only 8 episodes in every season, or for British people, series. Thank you very much. And this is the one we kind of confused sometime before our talk with episode 5, and we had to like piece it together, which episode is which. And it's because it really is a continuation of it. Right? This is a perfect continuation of like the same day, basically. Like, we see Taylor and Barry kind of back to back again. Like, hey, Taylor is just excited. He gets to have money. It's for him easy money, just killing people. And he's like, I got a better idea. Let's not just hit the house the Bolivians are in, because that was the job, right? That's what Chechen's saying. Go to the house, kill everyone there. That's a raid.
Yeah.
Taylor's like, fuck that shit. Let's take their coke. Let's take their fucking airstrip. Get their
Let's do
shipment, and we'll become
war.
the drug dealers now.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're going to have so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's when the Fuches is there, and that's when Taylor's like, yeah, we could put a hot tub right here. And Fuches like, what the fuck? Like, why did you just kill this asshole? Why did you fucking kill him? And the reason like Taylor is up here on this hill and Fuches and Barry are down here, so he can possibly could hear them because Fuches is fucking yelling.
Yeah. Did he say tattoo? Did he say something like that?
Yeah. It's like, did he say something like?
It's really funny because one is like, kill him, what about my tattoo? Did he talk about tattoo?
Yeah,
it's really funny.
Because that's the part that Taylor picks up on. Is like, did he say this? Like, yeah, It's like, yeah, we could do that. But if you're in the situation and Barry's now caught in the middle of nowhere between basically all emotion and all gung-ho with Taylor and all very much plotting with Fuches, he's actually caught in between. So this really is the McCoy, Spock, and Kirk gambit of the ego, superego, and id.
It's so funny because Dukes wants Barry to kill Taylor, and Taylor is like, kill Dukes and take all the money, all the cash. And then there's this scene who is hilarious. He's like driving his car, and you have beep. Yeah, it's me, Barry. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Beep. Hi, it's Taylor. Did you kill Dukes?
Yeah.
You need to ice him, because like this is freedom. See, don't forget to kill him.
It's
great.
It's like the angel and devil on his shoulder, but they're like fucking voicemails now.
It's really funny. It's really, really funny. I love it.
It sets up really the fight that Barry's going to have, his old life versus his new life. And really, Taylor's not being mean about it. He's kind of saying like, Fuches is fucking you over.
Yeah.
You don't need this guy. Like, why are you fucking with this guy?
That's really interesting because he's dumb. I consider him as a dumb, right?
But he sees it.
But the moment he's sat is like, how much do you pay him? You share 50-50. He has this reaction of,
It's like,
What?
the
No,
fuck you
dude.
doing?
Like, you are doing the dirty thing. Like, you're risking your life and stuff.
Yeah,
You should get more. Here's some money. Even if he's done what he does, he's telling the truth. Like, I
yeah,
agree with the main. Like,
yeah,
how much you like? Okay, maybe 10%, 20%. Sure, why not? But 50%, yeah, but no, it's like family and stuff. So you
yeah.
don't have a lot of information about Jukes. You know, Barry's dad were friends. He helped him out and everything. You know,
Right.
Jukes is really bad. He's like a rat in the dirty sense. He's not military. He's not soldier. He's using Barry,
Very
but
much.
yeah, like that reaction was human, you know. Like he's like, no, just kill the dude, like free yourself, boom, boom, take the
Yeah,
money and fuck off, you know. And he's like, I can do that. Yeah, you can ice Jukes. Think about
of
it, like,
course you can. You're like, I
yeah,
can do. It's like, oh my god, he's been in an abusive relationship for so long. Barry's like, I can just fucking leave.
yeah,
He's like, of course you fucking can. It goes back to I love Tina Turner. I love Tina Turner. I do. And
hmm
she has a pretty good autobiography. And one of the last books she put out was a little bit of her life, but a lot about her spiritual journey. And it is amazing. If you haven't listened to Audible, you should. And part of it is at the end, she gives her own meditation mantra. But if you don't know about Tina Turner, she was in an abusive relationship with Ike Turner for fucking ever.
yeah,
To the point where, to one point, she's like, I gotta get the fuck out of this bullshit. I have to get out. And she left with nothing. She was Tina fucking Turner and she was penniless because I took all the fucking money. This sounds like Fuchs, you know, like booked all the gigs, like was the PR person, the only person that people talk to. And she, for the longest time, believed the shit that she needed him. In reality, she was the fucking supernova superstar that she didn't need any motherfucker on this planet.
hmm
And once she discovered that and she started taking herself seriously and having that spiritual healing that she really needed to get grounded, she got the fuck out, penniless, got the fuck out, and rebuilt herself as Tina fucking Turner again.
and she
And that's
was
what you
like
see with
40 years
Barry.
old. She was a mega star in
Yeah,
the
and that's the
80s.
thing. She was aged out. At that time, she was told that she was not good enough. She was not young enough to be a pop star anymore. And so
hmm
people didn't want to fucking touch her. And she releases simply the fucking best.
hmm
And is one of these spitting around middle fingers to everyone,
And she
saying,
was
"Yeah,
so
like I'm not
sexy.
that good
She was
anymore."
so sexy. You see a
Right.
lot of video clip of her with mini
Oh,
skirt and she has long legs and
absolutely.
stuff. Like there is
It's
even
like,
a legend saying she was beaten up by her husband. She went to a four-star hotel. She introduced herself. I'm Tina Turner. I'm a singer. Just got a price. I need a room. I will pay you back. And the head manager come to her and she was full of bruise. And he's like, I know who you are. You have the room. You don't pay anything. You take your time. We're going to call 911 for you to get a doctor or somebody to look. I don't want the police or anything. I just need a room to rest for the night. Like, that's terrible. My mother, who had a father who was very violent, said
right.
to me over and over again, and she said it to a lot of people, you always have a choice. Remember that. You always have a choice. You're not blocked. You can get out,
Yeah.
but you need to leave. And don't find an excuse. The first time he slap you, you leave straight away. And that's something who is big because it's not a question of religion, it's not a question of money, it's not a
Yeah.
question of nationality. It's the bourgeois people, it's the poor people, the rich people, alcoholism or not. There's people who don't touch alcohol, who don't touch drugs or anything. They're good people and they're abusive and it's difficult. Thank God mentality got better. But in the 70s, if you were going in France in the police and say, my husband slapped me, they would laugh at you and say, did you suck his dick?
Yeah.
Like
Like,
it's
why did he beat you?
yeah.
It's
We
your
had
fault.
for a long, long time crime passionnel, passional crime. He killed his wife. Yeah,
Time and
she
passion.
cheated on me and I struggle her and voila. And there is a famous doctor, a famous coroner who said When men commit a crime on their wife, they call the police, they wait, they even make coffee and they explain, well, we had a fight and I grabbed her and she died. Women, they tend to poison the man. We're more into calculation, how to manipulate you and how to either push somebody
Oh,
to kill you or poison you. So,
today's fucking dark turn brought to
we
you
always
by,
have a
sponsored by. I
choice.
know,
We
right?
always have a
But that's
choice.
but that's exactly it. Well, hopefully the choice isn't killing someone. But that's what Barry's kind of the parallel to Barry. Back to Barry. The parallel to Barry is he could just get out from Fuchs. He is in an abusive relationship. And it's not the same relationship Ike and Tina Turner had because there's no sexuality in it. But he could just say, fuck it, I'm out. And that's a lot of things that Taylor's trying to bring and edge Barry to do is kind of like give Barry the agency. In fact, he's like, Taylor gives him a fucking bag of money. Gives him like 80 grand in cash. Barry doesn't know about it, but he does it in a nice way. Barry buys Sally a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Sally does not know about this, but
Mm-hmm.
Sally mentions my computer is shit. And
Mm-hmm.
this happens a day after they sleep together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Sally freaks out.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor hears Barry saying, how do I get out from this?
Mm-hmm.
Fuchs is like family. I can't leave him.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor, being a good guy in his head,
Mm-hmm.
goes, well, I can fix this. Barry's not taking the money I offered him. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to give Barry a bag of money. That way
And he
he's going to
called
like,
him
open up.
after. He called him
Yeah.
after saying,
Yeah.
hey, did you find my gift? And he called him like, you did what? Are you out of your mind? Like, no, you don't do that, right?
Right.
And that's a fantastic parallel. Like,
Absolutely.
he really
Because
likes
he's
him. Like,
carrying 80 grand in cash in a fucking bag with him to a acting studio now with the
yeah.
cops looking in on him to see if he
Mm-hmm.
killed some motherfucker.
And they try to find connection, like the Chechen with the
It's like
photographer.
80
He
grand.
comes and he's like, he's fucking a nun. He's a suspicious man. And they're like, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
You taking picture equal connection. We already have the camera connection,
Yes.
and that's interesting because I never thought about it. I thought he was
Yes.
going to ask him and everything, and no, there is a bad repercussion. No fireworks, no bim bada boom like Hollywood. What the fuck do you do with a? We don't need
Yeah.
connection. We need to be slow, and that's the same thing with Barry talking to Mr. Muscle. We don't need that. We need
Right.
to have connection to clean everything. There is a process. We need to lay down. We need to be fine with that. And that's interesting. But your parallel with the computer and the money, I'm like, good take.
Yeah.
Never
Well,
thought about it.
thank you. Yeah, and I think you're right because part of the thing we see at the gymnast class with the Chechens, and this is when we first did episode 1, or maybe even talked about Barry as the season itself. We looked up to see how old the characters were supposed to be, and Barry's in his 30s, but NoHo Hank's in his 20s. And the whole lipstick camera and the bullet thing, these are all very fun, fucking inexperienced shit you would do in your 20s. By the time you get into your 30s and 40s, you're like, dude, what the fuck you doing? We
Yeah,
see the mature, like the older brother Barry
yeah.
trying to talk to NoHo Hank, going like, a lipstick camera, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're recording it's like all the shit I'll tell other people in Gen, we'll say whoever came after kind of late millennials. You're more
yeah.
of a early millennial, but the later millennials and the Z's who record everything they do, I'm like, you don't think we did stupid shit too? We just didn't fucking advertise it. Like you're a moron for taping this shit.
Oh
Like we did
yeah,
the
there's a
same shit or
lot
worse.
of Gen X who said we did so much stuff,
So
but no,
much worse than you
but
guys ever
no
fucking would.
witness, no camera knows it.
Yeah.
However, you have this generation as Gen Z. I'm so sorry for them. The parents now they track their phone, so you have a lot of people who have the car who is tracked, or they put things inside
Yeah,
the
they're all
shoes of the
jealous
kids and
fucking
everything.
lovers. Yeah, parents
And
became jealous lovers and put like spyware in people's phones and shit like that, so they can always
this is
track them where they are.
so stupid. I don't like that. I want my kids to have freedom. You want to do some bullshit? I don't want to be aware of it. I was talking about that with a group of friends actually. Making
Yeah,
friends as adult and making friends as teenager and or regret or personal regret.
right.
And some people were like, "Oh, I wish I was more rebellious when I was a teenager, but my parents were very strict." I can't imagine the Gen Z who cannot be alone on the street without daddy, mommy. Or do you remember the good time when your parents would say, "Hey, be back when the lights are on the street"?
Be back? They never have said anything. I never had a curfew. I never had a bedtime.
Oh,
They
you lucky bastard. I had a
lucky they weren't
bedtime.
fucking home.
Ah, la, 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 la. Well, mine, I had a curfew and I could take my bike and do whatever the fuck I want, but come back when the lights are on the street. It was often around 9 p.m., something like that. 9 p.m., be back, and 10 p.m. in bed.
Oh, yeah, see, both of my parents would be working, so they wouldn't know. I
So they
mean,
give you a maximum of freedom. But it allows you to learn stuff, to make friends, to do stuff, to face the hard reality and stuff.
you think I made fucking friends.
Yeah, but
I lived in the middle of
you,
goddamn nowhere. Like, what my freedom was, like, not getting mauled by a bear. Like, I don't know, you fucking think I was making friends and shit, but I
or
appreciate it, God
maybe you
bless
had
you.
a lot of friends, but you fall so much on your head you forget.
No, I'm pretty sure fucking flash forward through that shit, but, no. Sincerely, I was not the popular kid in school. My best friend lived about 30 minutes away by car. When I say best friend, I really mean only friend for a
Mm-hmm.
very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, no, like, no. But yeah, whatever. All good. Doesn't matter. Back
But
to
yeah,
Barry.
the thing is, the new generation nowadays, they're
Yeah.
followed by phone and the car and stuff, and I'm like, no,
Well, here's a
no,
concept: buy your own fucking
you
phone. They
no.
won't put any spyware on it.
Oh, I'm sure they do that, and they've
Buy your
got
own fucking shit,
some
man.
apps, and they pay people to
Yeah.
grab the phone and stuff. Like, it's fine. But I mean, you need to do some tomfoolery to learn. Like, I'm a mother, I can see that you need to
Okay.
do some
But
tomfoolery.
would your tomfoolery include videotaping a fucking assassination? Probably not. And that's the thing. Like, you wouldn't. This is going back to Barry. Always back to Barry. Welcome to Streamin Demons. Talking about Barry. The show No Ho Hank. They show him as an immature, impulsive man child.
Yeah, he tried to be to change everything. He's from the new generation. He wants to do new stuff, and I really like it when he sent a, a message to Barry. There is an emoji create with Facebook, and I did the same thing. I
Oh
used to send
God.
this kind of emoji like glop, or I made a
Yeah,
mistake. Oopsie, you know what I mean? Like, that's so kiddish, and I used to
he's
do
talking
so.
emoji. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
actually
yeah, like
absolutely
the
is.
glop with
But
his
that
face
goes
and
back
stuff.
to what Barry is supposed to be. Barry is the like he's not that much older than No Ho Hank, but he's lived through a
Mhm.
lot more shit, I think. And but we'll get to, all these characters have their arcs, which is really nice to see. And so you have Taylor giving Barry this money because Taylor thinks it's the best thing in the world to do. And Barry's like, what the fuck you just do to me?
Mhm.
And then Barry hides it in the ceiling, in the acting studio type thing. And then they do the Macbeth scene, and it's shit, it's bad, and Sally and Barry are at it. And this is the thing. Are you ready for the Macbeth scene? As I adjust my chair for a second, as I get up, I'm old. I need to walk once in a while. The Macbeth
Okay.
scene. What do they do?
So basically, they face each
Right,
other
facing each other.
and they need to repeat a
I can't see anything.
sentence.
What sentence is
They
it?
need, ah, la la, you horrible monster.
Me?
So
Yes.
we can do the game. The game. So
Yeah.
Mr. Costino asked him to say that's terrible. Like, I'm laughing my
I
ass off.
can't see.
I know. What a beautiful blue eyes. Mr. Costino said, "Okay, very simple sentence. I love you." And I'm like, oh my God, poor him. So
Yeah.
Barry is going to say to Sally, I love you for the first time. He really love her. And she
It's not a thing.
doesn't want to have nothing to do with Barry.
Yeah.
So he said, I love you. And she answered by, I love you.
I love
And
you.
he's like, I love you.
I love you.
So she,
Am I making you blush? Oh no. I'm making you. Emily's like, oh, he took his fucking glass. I can't see without my glasses. Not because actually I need the red to see. I can see again. So I'm like, I knew she'd be like the blue eye thing, right?
yeah.
So you're telling me that the I love you thing works?
So I love you.
I
And she
love you.
replied by,
Oh wait, I thought you were doing it to me. Sorry,
yeah, yeah,
you're not gonna
I
do it.
love
Okay,
you.
I love
So
you.
look at
Oh wait,
look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Look at me, right like this. So
You are turning
so
red. Why are you turning red? You're turning the color of your shirt. For those who don't know, on TV land, Amelie's wearing a red shirt.
ah, la, la,
I
la,
love
la,
you.
la, la, la. I love you.
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 Olive
Attends.
juice. See, I'll break first. Olive
Yeah.
juice.
But that's a
Sorry.
beautiful scene because he say, I love you. And he's a
Uh-huh.
bit hesitant. And she look at him and I love you.
Love you.
And he's like, I love you. No, 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 no. You need to feel your body, your emotion. And he's like, I love you. I
Again
love
and
you.
again.
And he's like, I love you. But there's a moment where
Yeah.
he try again. He's like, I love you. I love you. I love you. And the way he said, I love you the last time, I think she can clearly feel the I do
Yeah.
love you.
He starts hitting it. He actually does start hitting it.
Hmm.
It's all in all, it's one of the endearing and emotionally important scenes of probably of the entire fucking series.
Hmm.
And it is him saying I love you for the first time, probably fucking ever, and it's on stage. It's like Jeanette McGurdy's book, like my first, I hate my, I'm glad my mom's dead. Her autobiography. She's like, yeah, my first kiss was
Yes.
on camera,
Yeah, that's horrible.
right?
Beautiful book. I would highly recommend you to listen to it, the audiobook, because she
Totally
read
audio. She
it.
does a remarkable
She
job reading it.
oh my god, I had to stop the audio. I have
Yeah,
the habit to listen to podcasts and audiobook, cleaning my dishes, cleaning the flat. I had to stop the audio. I had to stop and I felt really, really, really uncomfortable because it's very detailed. You can feel her feelings and she's like describing the first time she kissed and that's not sexy at all.
yeah, no.
That's
And
terrible.
that's
She
Barry's I love you. Like we
yeah,
joked about, okay, you and I just did it as a joke. We just,
yeah.
we reenacted it kind of like the whole thing, the joke and stuff like that. But that would be Barry's first time probably ever saying it, just like her first time ever kissing someone.
Hmm.
And it's for stage. But for him, he does break through to Sally. And I think to himself again
Hmm.
and again and again and again.
And that's
The last
terrible.
time I think he hit it right.
And I think at the end she realized,
Yeah.
she realized she doesn't know. She thinks he's the normal guy who must have fuck and everything because every man are bad and it's toxic masculinity. But actually, he
Yeah.
really loves her. He gave his heart out, and he's just Mr. Kusuno who doesn't know. He's just like, I love you, like very simple love. Can you express love? And he's like, fuck, I need to express love for the first time. And by accident she walk on it and she's not a bad person, right? She at
Yeah.
the end she realized, oh fuck, he does love me, like
Yeah. She's not a bad person. She causes a lot of her own damage. But we all do. We all cause our own fucking damage. Like 95% of the time, the person holding a gun is you. Like if it was like, why does someone like, no, you fucked yourself a long time ago. Something's coming back to you right now. But yeah, most
that's
of the people damage
difficult.
themselves.
That's difficult when you find yourself in front of someone who really loves you and you
Yeah.
don't love them the same way. I had that experience and it's really hard because you don't know how to say no to that person. You
Yeah.
wish to say, you're an amazing person and everything, but I don't love
Thank you.
you the way you love me. Oh, shut up. I really love you.
Eh.
Did you feel the feelings there?
Shut up,
Did you
motherfucker.
feel the energy?
Slap you in the face next time I see you. That's good. What was it? Because the song does these own face. Like, what did five fingers say to the face? Slap, motherfucker. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you
But
feel the emotion?
yeah,
Wow.
but
Do
you
you feel
see
the
that.
emotion?
You see where Barry's coming from. And it's the first time you see that crack in Sally's armor
Yeah.
where she's like, fuck, maybe. This is the first time. Maybe. This is the first time she maybe even heard it in a long time, if ever, someone actually meaning, I love you. And that goes a long way. And then she, of course, goes off to like Gene to say, like, I need a bigger role. He's like, well, you mean Lady Macbeth? Like, no, I want to be Macbeth. I
Ah,
want to
yeah,
be the fucking
she
lead.
that's really interesting because Natalie was Macbeth, and then
Yeah.
it was the turn of Sally, and you're like, what? And then you see that scene where she's like, no, I want to be the king.
She keeps
And
climbing.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, she's a favorite. So in this microcosm of little school, she's a queen basically. She's a queen
Yeah.
bee, she can do whatever she wants. So she wants to do the man and everything. He's like, are you sure? Because it's very difficult and it's very professional, la 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 la. Maybe Lady Macbeth is good and that's all. And there is somebody from an agent's who's going to look for a comedian. So you
Yeah.
should maybe think step down and later on try it. You know what I mean? So yeah, she
Yeah. And she reaches for the start, which is fine, but she steps on people to get there. And I think that's part of her, again, the character of the, not saying it's unrealistic. It's more the me.
and
And
is that toxic? That's very
it is toxic.
toxic.
And it's wondering, I don't think she started out toxic. I think just Hollywood makes you toxic. It is something, and we'll see that in her next thing. She reads for a TV show, and it's like, "Why you fucking late?" type thing. Like, and they just fucking downgrade her, and then she leaves humiliated. I mean, she fucks it up, and she just leaves. At the same
Mhm,
time, Taylor's now printing out fucking headshots of Barry.
mhm,
You know, Barry's just trying to be like low covers. Like he's wanted for murder or a connection with murder, and now Taylor's like printing out fucking more shots of his face.
mhm,
And it's like, what the actual shit? And then he's got all these things like, you know, maybe we'll do a bigger project or a bigger thing together. And Taylor's just like, this is easy money. Go for it.
mhm.
Same time, Fuchs is like, you need to fucking just kill him.
Yeah,
Like, do you get
but
it now? This is why you have to kill him.
Fuchs was right.
Yeah.
Like Fuchs, is like,
Fuchs was
okay,
right.
you do it and everything. He does a
Yeah.
thing, bang, bang, bang. He's going to be good at it, and at the end, you kill it.
He's a liability. Yeah. Fuchs. And that's a
End of
weird
the
thing
thing. Hmm.
because no matter how nice Taylor is, no matter how energetic he is, and how much he's probably on Barry's side and helps him out, Fuchs is fucking right. He's a liability.
Yeah.
And the only person to blame for that is Barry by taking him on the fucking job in the first place.
And he's mad at him and the scene of the restaurant is like, you back? And no, it's difficult and stuff. And you see the big dude coming at the end and he's like, give me a high five. I'm like, oh la la, oh
Right.
la la, the
Yeah.
frustration, the thing. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy because even if Fuchs is a fuck man, right? He's an
Yeah.
horrible person. He was so right. He was so
Yeah.
right. So him screaming at Barry like la 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 la.
You know
It's
what?
hilarious, but so true. It's like you just kill the dude. Like, come on, you need
But that's
to
the
follow
thing.
the thing.
That's the thing. I'm going to get some shit for this, but P. Diddy produced a lot of good music. He's a horrible fucking person.
Mm-hmm.
But he was right on a couple things. Bill Cosby was a genius comedian storyteller. He's a horrible fucking
Yes.
person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it was not for Weinstein,
Yeah.
most independent film, like Quentin Tarantino wouldn't exist, Kevin Smith wouldn't fucking exist, but he's a horrible fucking person. And they all probably
I
deserve what they're
was
getting.
so sad for him, so sad for the cinema because that dude did really good. He went to France, watched some French movie, and he's like, okay, I'm going to take this French movie and I'm going to sell them like that in
Right.
America. So when you watch the trailer or when you read the title of some movies, the story is a little bit changed. For example, Léon in France, in
The
America, it's
professional.
The Professional. and there is The Voice, The Presence, etc. Every French movie have an Amelie, etc. It's like, oh, it's a romance because you really like Paris and the romance, but the story in French is way more,
Yeah.
in the dream and stuff.
I mean,
And I've
not to yeah.
watched so many documentary about him, his work, what he did, how he bought for cinema and everything, how he did
He
to
being
sell.
Weinstein. You have to
Uh-huh.
give the names, not the
Winston.
yeah.
Like he did an amazing job.
He's a complete asshole monster who deserves to fucking die in jail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You heard it
Have you
here, folks.
s-
Here, folks.
have you
You know,
seen?
OJ Simpson was a astonishing,
Mhm.
astonishing football player, and apparently really good at double homicide.
Yeah.
But
Yes. Yes. Like, come on,
so
come
we
on, come
we
on.
have that, and then we have, we had the Chechens come out with Vasha saying, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I should come out into LA and kill this motherfucker who killed my brother." Man, he didn't really kill
Mhm.
his brother, but it's getting there. That's what they're
Mhm.
spinning off. So you see all this bullshit, and then I'm not going to talk about Moss and Gene. They're still going on, we'll say. But at
Mhm.
this point, no one really cares. At this point,
Mhm.
no one really cares. But the road trip. This episode ends with Taylor with other Marines pulling up in front of like it was a Marriott, I think.
Mhm.
Pulling up in front of a fucking hotel. I'm like, I probably stayed at the fucking hotel before. I was thinking about it.
That's terrible. He
Like
came out of the lift and he sees a
so much.
guy
Yeah.
in American
Loud.
soldier
Guns.
gear, and I'm like, are you
Just big
nuts,
neon sign pointing like
dude?
we're about to shoot some shit up. And I think the one guy
Oh.
shoots the fucking car. Like he accidentally shoots the
Yes,
fucking
like that.
floor of the car.
Bon.
Yeah.
Oh, la la la
And
la
we're like,
la la.
oh, this is gonna be fucking brilliantly
The
horrible.
worst, my heart went straight to my stomach, like that schlag
Yeah.
when he opens the door and you see, I think his name is Mike, his friend from Facebook.
Yeah, sure. That's the name.
Putain. I was so no, 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 no. So you
And then
see
Chris, when you talk
already
about
the army
Chris,
guy. I think so. I think so.
yeah, you're
Chris.
talking about I thought they meant Mike. No, you're talking about
Yeah,
Chris.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Chris is there,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Chris is like, we're gonna do some security work. And like, yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna do some
So it's
security work
like,
by killing a bunch of people.
why are you here? Just open the door and left. Why are you here? Oh no, but his essay is just to scare some guy to have fun. I want to have fun, and I'm like, no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no. Like the two did dong, yes, sure, go for
yeah.
it, But him, I would have screamed like, no, 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 no. We all have a friend we wouldn't take to our dark basement, if you see what I mean. Like we all have a friend. We're like, nah, I'm not going to go to that nightclub with you. We all have a
Oh
friend.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm
No,
not going to take you to Las Vegas because if you go with Las Vegas, I don't want you to. No, 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 no. I was like, no, 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 no. I
we
don't
had
like
the
that.
innocent. There's always that innocent, and
Yeah.
that's what Chris is. Chris was a soldier and came back, has a fucking family with the like
Mhm,
Coney Island looking fucking place, a carnival, trying to win his kiss some shit. And that's what Chris is. And then you see him like that's what Barry wants to be. And then
mhm,
you see him with Taylor and Vaughn, I think it was the other guy.
mhm,
And they're like, let's get in this fucking thing and drive. And Barry's got this plan to should go in gently, going smartly, get some recon in, and trying to do it the smart way and hopefully keep Chris alive and not killing too many people himself. And Taylor just fucking flips it. I mean, Chris is like, just turn around, drop me off. And they're like, no, fuck this shit. You can't drop you off now. What the fuck are you talking about? And the episode ends with Taylor just kind of going Leroy fucking Jenkins with a van going straight through a fucking gate.
oh yeah.
And with Vaughn on a roof mounted saw, just go da 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 as they all get shot the fuck up.
Mhm.
Like they just get shredded. They
Yeah.
just fucking get shredded. And that's how bloop, episode 6 ends. React with your fucking face. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Or I made a mistake
Well, how do you think it ends?
because he killed his friend. He killed his friend at the end. He killed his friend at the end because he knows too much and he wants to go to the police. And then he goes to the oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I'm
Yeah, I
confused.
think you're. Yeah, yeah, no.
I'm confused.
Watch. Episode 6 ends this way. We do believe
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Barry bumps into Chris. They see Chris, and then he's like, "What the fuck is Taylor's got Chris there and Vaughn?" And then Vaughn shoots the fucking floor, right? And they all go out to basically get the Bolivians fucking stronghold, basically, right?
Okay.
And Barry's like, "Get the fuck out" to Chris, and Chris is like, "No, I want to stay." And Barry's like, just trying to keep Chris fucking alive.
Mm-hmm.
And then Barry at the same time's like, "Yo, you have to fucking go through a safer route. You have to go this way. We have to get some recon out." And Taylor's like, "Fuck everything." Leroy Jenkins drives straight
Mm-hmm.
to the fucking gates. And Taylor and Vaughn, like the entire fucking car gets shot up.
And that's all. It's at the end of the episode.
Yeah, everyone's getting shot up, basically, in this episode. That's how it ends.
I'm confused. So, I
How do
like
you think it
Barry.
ended?
I just no. I
How do you
thought
think it
it's
ended?
a. No, I thought he killed his friend at the end, and he was back at the theater. But maybe I made a mistake
Or maybe
because
you might be remembering the next episode because they're at the
I think
theater.
so. I
Yeah, yeah.
think so. I think so. I think so. I think I'm confused by that.
Spoilers for
It's
the next
okay.
episode. The next episode.
Sorry.
It's all
I'm a
right.
It's because you say to me, "I love you" with your big blue eyes. It's the exercise
And
with
that's
that
why I have
I
to
love.
wear these red shades
Yeah,
because if I'm wearing my blue eyes, no one's got a chance. This gives
that's
people it's
right.
like they're getting a scar on my cheek. That's what I'll have next time, a scar. And then they'll give some other people a chance then. No, I appreciate it. But
Now
yeah,
we know. Now we know.
yeah. I honestly, God, when I was taking these off to do that with, to fuck with you, I honestly cannot see shit at all.
You cannot see shit. Ah
No,
la
I
la
have a
la la.
fucking light in my goddamn eyes. First of all, it probably doesn't help. And it's not because like I do need like lenses to kind of see. I can see the camera. It's just it
Mhm.
gets really blurry with all the light. Really headachy. Plus, I have a migraine today, so yeah.
Ah la la. I give you
La, 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 la.
headaches. My
Headache,
love, how
headache,
you give
headache.
me headaches.
Calgon, motherfucker. Sponsored by Calgon today.
I have a last question for you. In the
Sure.
previous episode, you say to me people had question for me, or it was just a joke?
No, about the buying the car thing. Yeah, yeah. No, people. I think we addressed this last episode, but they more like the what's the more tactful way to say this? Just how good are you in bed that someone tried to buy you a fucking car after like a week? No, no, that's the asshole way of saying it, a tactful way. I want to say the tactful way. But is that natural? This is actually the real conversation. Is that normal for you? Like people are just trying to like they date you or they were kind of going out with you. I know you're married
Yeah.
now, or we're not
Yeah.
about now. We're talking about before.
Hmm.
Like, do people try to give you extravagant gifts? So I know
Yes.
you were talking about God, I hope this is the same person I'm thinking of. You were talking about previously getting meat, like
I
the
know
butcher
that's a
boy.
different guy. That's a different
Okay,
guy.
different guy, but you're the person talking with. As long as it's you talking about this. Yeah, so
Yeah.
people did this for a while. Like, I can buy you meat, and I'll give you
Yes.
meat.
So one guy who was a butcher had a
Yeah,
conversation with him, and I say one day I dream to marry, I don't know, an American or somebody who has a PhD or something like that.
blue
Wink, wink.
eyes.
And he say nothing. He's like, okay, sure, good for you. And he got fucked up drunk. He stole ham from the butcher. He went to my parents, gave the ham to my
No.
mother, and say, you can say to Amelie, maybe I'm not a doctor or I don't know what, but if she marry a butcher, she would every day have a slice of ham on a plate. And he left. And my dad
Fuck me.
was eating his ham, and it's like, Amelie, somebody tried to buy you with ham. I consider this man for future marriage. And I'm still to this day baffled by that. A guy who wanted to be my boyfriend, and he wanted to have a surprise for me. So
Yeah.
we had a conversation. He's like, I really want you to be my girlfriend. You're so smart and intelligent, hard worker. We could
Won't you
conquer
be
the
my
world together. And I'm like, no, thank you. Basically, like, no, it's very kind of you. I see you have a friend. Well, you know what? You know what I did? I buy 2 tickets for Miami. So in your ass, you're not going to Miami. And I was like, dude, I don't even have a passport. What do you want me to go to Miami for? So yeah, Miami. A guy who came to me recently, like I would say before before the kids were born. So I was pregnant, right? And he's like, you know, if you wanted to, you tell me whatever you want, and I can give you whatever you want. You want 2,000 euro? I give you 2,000 euro right now, right there. And I'm like, I'm married and I'm about to have 3 kids. But divorce is a possibility. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
Ah,
Okay,
yeah.
we need to
Like,
do a different podcast later on just to talk about this shit because I think we need to explore this a bit more.
mhm.
I I don't know if this is normal. I really don't. I mean, I hear about stories once in a while like this. So is this like the normal thing? People are just getting like inundated with presents, or is this just because of you being you? Meaning not that you're asking for presents, but just
Mhm.
because you're. Let's face it, the way you look and you're a gaming geek. Plus, you speak like 12,000 languages. Uh,
I
you know,
got good dinner, let me tell you. When I was
good
a
dinner.
receptionist, at Fox Hotels, there were a group of men, businessmen over 50 years old, really good guys who travel the world and stuff. Whenever they were in town, they would take me as a group to dinner to luxurious hotel, luxurious restaurant.
Right.
Nothing happened. I was just there talking to them, talking about my project. I would like to go to Prague. My dream is to have a bed and breakfast, stuff like that. They like to hear that, to talk. And yeah, the fact that I speak different language, yeah, attract a lot of people. But that's really interesting. Unfortunately for me, a lot of people try to get me as a sugar baby. Of course, hey, I've got money. Can give you a salary. We can sign a contract if you want. If you want a flat, I can snap my finger, give you a flat. So yeah, I
Good.
had that too.
Amelie,
Hmm.
peace and love, baby. This is what we do. And if anyone wants to be Amelie's sugar daddy, I guess that's how it works. I'm not sure what the term is. If they want to be Amelie's sugar daddy, you may call into the show 1-800 go fuck yourself.com. No, wait, that's a .com. I don't know. I just keep putting numbers in. But honestly, if someone told me this, they're like, "Hey, man," I'm guessing it'll be a woman because in the point it's a guy for you. Like, yeah, I'll buy you a house. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Definitely. What do you want me to say?
Oh, a
Uh-huh.
house.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
someone's
yeah.
buy you
No,
a
no, 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 no,
they
no.
actually say,
I
"Fuck
wouldn't think
off.
like that.
Fuck off."
Like, like you do. No, mais va te faire foutre. It's false. Yeah, you just a promise and
Yeah, I
stuff like
wouldn't
that.
do it
And
for
no, they
ham.
have a house. Like the
But if they're
ham.
like,
Yeah,
"I'll buy
that's
you a
cute.
fucking
Like,
house," I'm like, "Yeah, I can be a fucking a daily rough just a jiggle playing in my background
oh,
right
I
now."
met I met young women who were doing that their business. They had one sugar daddy, and
Oh, shit.
they had a flat paid by the guy, and sometimes they had a car paid by the guy, and everything. They do their business like that. Okay, cool. But me, no, it was not my thing. Like, no, what do you want me to do with the car? I already have a car.
Yeah.
The ham, bah, he was right, huh? Good butcher would always have food on my plate. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, no,
That
I
explains
had
so
some
much now.
crazy gifts, so crazy gifts. But yeah, no regrets, no regrets
Yeah,
at all.
well, no regrets. And then this now explains before we end this episode. Like and subscribe for more like holy shit they tried to buy you what episode of Streamin Demons. But now explains why the first time I met your dad, he slapped me in the face and go, "Bitch, I could have had ham." I was like, "Ow, motherfucker, what'd you slap me for, man?"
Where
Like, you
is the
cost me some
ham?
ham, motherfucker. I'm like, "Ow, shit, I'll get you some ham, mother. Just stop hitting me. It hurts."
But imagine. I would like to ask you that question.
Yeah, for
Imagine
sure.
you have a daughter, and a young man knock on your door and give you ham and say, yeah, your daughter, she refused to go out with me because I'm a butcher. He's ham, at least she will be well fed with me. How would you react?
Okay, this is a real question because I won't mention names, but if you know me, I don't have any kids, first of all, but I was there from 0 to a certain age for we'll say my adoptive niece, wink, wink. And first of all, I don't know why he'd be fucking knocking on my door because that happens with me. Like some dude like upset come my door. It's a fucking whole different show. I'm American.
Mhm.
But secondly, let's say like, "Oh, I got some fucking ham." I would like think I don't eat ham. Like, oh, yeah, what the fuck's supposed to do with this? But if he was upset, I'll be more proud of my daughter by not going with that fucking loser because that's a loser. It's like you came to the door of fucking ham to throw it in her face. I'd probably beat his ass just out of principle. Like honest to God, like if you were my daughter and this motherfucker come and knock on my door because he's upset at you for
Mhm.
not wanting to date him and he's trying to
Mhm.
throw fucking ham at you,
Mhm.
he's getting his ass beat. And then the ham would be still taken. I don't know. I'll still take the ham after that. But yeah, no, fuck that shit. Especially if I was like, if your dad was at dinner and he interrupted dinner for
Ah,
this,
no, no,
well,
no. Long
fuck
story
that
short,
guy.
my dad was at work. My
Oh, yeah,
mom was
work?
like gardening, and he just come with his car, stopped. It was and he gave the arm, and he was took his
Oh,
car,
and your
whoop, and
mom
he
was
left.
at home and your dad was at work? Yeah, I would have fucking went to his house. I would
Yeah,
have
she
went
was
to his fucking house to
gardening,
explain
like
some
it's
shit
now
to
for
him.
France, with
Yeah,
gardening,
no,
and the
no, I
guy
would have.
come and gave the ham and left. And she's like, okay. So when my dad came back home, he had a big piece of ham like that. He was like, ho, thank you very
No,
much.
I would have had some talking to why people should not come to my fucking house, especially if my wife's doing fucking gardening in front and trying to be an asshole like that. That would end it differently with me. But good for your
Yeah.
dad. He handled it more chill. I'm like, I don't have that. I don't have chill sometimes.
Well, I had a conversation with what the fuck happened, Amelie. Like, seriously, can you
Yeah,
explain to me? I'm very happy for the ham. It's a haha
yeah, yeah.
situation. But yeah, like
Well,
I found it funny because he was right. Like a butcher give you food. Sometimes I'm like, fuck,
wait,
butcher
he
give you
fucking
food
stole
and
that
like,
food, so fuck that guy, anyways. All right, so next episode we'll talk more about ham and episode 7, chapter 7 of Barry, which is going to be the loud, fast, and keep going, just like my fucking tagline. All that and more. The next episode of Streamin Demons. Bye, y'all. Like and subscribe now,
bye.
bitches. Down, 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 down,
Maybe.
down, down, down. We might even do a special live from London that will be in between this, but yeah, haters.